Well, this was billed as a spending review, but it sounded more like a spending splurge. Rachel Reeves announced billions of pounds for social housing, the NHS and teachers' pay rises, but gave no real detail of how it will all be paid for, or whether any government departments will face any cuts. The Chancellor will want people to be talking about the money she's giving out, the £39 billion she's given Angela Rayner for social housing, the extra money for nuclear power stations and an above-inflation rise in the policing budget, as well as her striking new promise to end the use of asylum hotels by 2029. But what she didn't mention was the inevitable tax rises that will come in the autumn to pay for all this. Because while there is more money for public sector workers, Labour is killing jobs in the private sector. Thanks to the Chancellor's national insurance rises, there are a total of 274,000 fewer people in employment since Labour came to power a year ago. So, the private sector workers who are still lucky enough to have a job will have to pay more tax, not only to cover today's spending increases, but also to make up for the taxes the Treasury has lost by putting so many people out of work. Nor did the Chancellor tell us how much extra she intends to borrow. So Mel Stride, the Shadow Chancellor, called this a
spend now, tax later review,
dismissing it as a fantastical tale that will have fallen apart by the autumn. One thing is clear from the Chancellor's speech. She doesn't fear Sir Mel and the Tories as much as she does Nigel Farage and Reform UK. She spent more time attacking them than the actual opposition. Reform, of course, talk relentlessly about cutting public spending and lowering taxes. So it's hardly surprising that Rachel Reeves fears voters might just prefer the idea of keeping more of the money they work for, rather than handing it over to a Labour government which is shoveling tens of billions of pounds to Mauritius, which is using the money to do, guess what? Get its national debt and its income tax down.